What's happening? Whew. This was kind of a last minute live, but I wanted to make sure I got it in because, as a lot of you know, I'm heading down to Florida, man. And today I've been extremely busy. I crushed a huge shipment the other day and then decided to do it today. I'm still looking, I'm sweating. I was able to get a haircut, but I had to throw the hat on for today. It's been crazy, but I wanted to make sure that I got on this. So for anybody new subscribing that might have a question about Amazon or anything else, I'm here for you no matter what. So what we do is every Friday, usually around 6, sometimes 8 o'clock, we come together on Friday nights. I'm your boy Richie Hustles. I answer all your questions. It's kind of like FaceTime, you know what I mean? Like we get that FaceTime without FaceTime. Like it's a place where you can ask all your questions in the chat. We have a good time. We hang out. And we do this for about an hour, and we do it every Friday night. So if you have a question about anything, or you just want to make a comment or whatever, make sure you drop it in the chat. I got the computer right here. I'm checking the chat. Let's see. Lola and Rama, what up, what up? Celestial Mackenzie, you are my absolute favorite FBA quote mentor. I guess you could say you've helped me a ton. Hey, Celestial, I'm really glad that I was able to help you in any shape or form. That sounds great. And I bet you're out there hustling. You're getting ready for the grind this weekend. So thank you for that. Manny says, sup, bro? Love from Tampa. Hey, where the Florida people at? Let's see. Michael Mahan, what is up? G-Stop Studios, Mr. Dinners. You already know. Luke says, yo. Brian D'Souza, what's up, Richie? Hustling was a bitch today in this Massachusetts weather. I know. The crazy thing is, I met this really, and I'm not going to name drop anything because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, right? But in my local Walmart, I met this really, really, really cool girl that works there. And she's like the plug, you know what I mean? She's the hookup right now, you know what I mean? She sent me a IG DM letting me know about certain markdowns. I went there today. I was like, boom, right? Got a ton of Barbies marked down to like $4. NutriBullets, more Honeywell heaters. Like, it was crazy. I wasn't even planning to do the shipment. I literally got 166 items prepped, well, not really prepped because I pay Amazon, but packed, de-stickered, packed up, and out the door in 4 hours. Shopping, packing, went to UPS, trying to rush. So, man, I'm so glad I got that shipment out the door, though. So shout out, I won't say your name just because I don't know if you want me to, just because I'm not sure of the rules or whatever, but shout out to you if you know who you are. T-Bone Gagnon, how much does it cost to ship your stuff to Amazon? So it depends. It's weight-based. So, obviously it's going to be different every time, but you want to make sure, one, when you have your boxes, you're filling your boxes full. You don't want to leave any space unless you have to. Like if you're sending fragiles and you have to cover it with like bubble wrap or the air balloons, I call them air balloons. Whatever it is to fill up space, make sure you do it. And if you can't fill up a box, make sure you're creating what we call Franken boxes, cutting the corners, folding them down. It's going to drastically cut down your shipping cost. How much does it cost to ship to Amazon is a question it's just selective. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be different all the time. What I can tell you is at least try to aim for like between 30 to 50 pounds. Especially for a medium box and a large box, you want to aim for at least 40 to 50 pounds. If you don't have that much items yet, you want to save it. Air pillows. Thank you. Yeah, air pillows. What did I say? Air balloons? Yeah, you just want to make sure you have a lot of weight, or else, shipping's really going to eat up your profits. You want to make sure you have enough items and enough weight. That's what I would say. Let's see. So yeah, so I was even debating on, like I said, getting on this live. It was kind of last minute. R1J1 List Jules, what up? From Fort Lauderdale. Oh, more Floridians in the house. I swear to God, I think I have more Floridians on my lives than any other place in the country. It's so funny because I'm going to be that soon. Let's go. Tony Piankowski. Hello from PA. Got my Pokemon card yesterday. Awesome. Awesome, Tony. Glad to hear that. Thank you again for taking part. We're going to do another live opening, I think, on May 1st. Once I get home from Florida and give myself a little bit of time, you know what I mean? We're going to do that, I think, on May 1st. Angela H., shout out from Nebraska. What up, Angela? Colby A. Big Cheese Thrifts, how you doing? Luke sent his first shipment out today. Hey, Luke, that's the first step. That is the first step. You're beating 99% of everybody else because you got started. Congratulations. Christopher Hooper. Oh, wait a minute. I lost the comment. It reset. Christopher Hooper says, thanks for your videos. Got me motivated again. Much respect from hashtag Boston Strong, hashtag Hooper Style. Hey, Boston Strong. That's where we're from. Shout out to you, Chris. Glad you got motivated. Sometimes it's hard to do. You know, if like I could never imagine not being motivated to do some of the things that I do. You know what I mean? But there are people that just, you know, there's nothing that motivates them. And that's a hard thing. Or it takes them a long time to find something that motivates them. P. Wood 4 says, always good Friday night fun. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Frank says, I enjoy your hustle. Thank you, Frank. Now that's the hookup. Someone else. Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy. I'm gonna have to meet someone that's I mean, she's interested in reselling herself. So I give her it's like a trade-off. You know what I mean? Hooks me up with the deals. I hook her up with the info. It's a win-win. You know what I mean? Bluff Auto, here we go. Dinner time. Throwing dinners in the chat. Kerry Johnson. Where is your comment? I just lost it. There it is. Hit a big one at Walmart. $7 for a $44 product. Great rank. Fill a card gang all day. Got all 18 they had. That's dope. That's dope. Pack it up, send it in. And then get ready and do it again. Hey, that was a good little jingle. Pack it up, send it in. Get ready, do it again. Great job, Carrie. Do you ship everything for FBA? Like all those Biddeford blankets get shipped out? Oh yes, I'm 100% FBA unless there is an exception. Like if I didn't sell that pool locally, I probably would have tried to sell it merchant fulfilled, or actually no, I was gonna send that FBA because it weighs over 150 pounds. UPS wasn't gonna deliver that. Bigger items sometimes there is exceptions, but right now pretty much 100% FBA. FBA, everything gets sent in. Hassan, hey bro, did the giant pool sell? Yes, it did. I don't know if I missed it, but just checking, I did. So I ended up posting it on my IG. I did not post it on my YouTube, but I did end up selling the pool. So we bought the pool for $154 Walmart during that live, if you remember. About a week later, because I was trying to decide on what to do, I ended up selling the pool locally for $1,000. That was $850 profit. Now, I could have probably sent it in to Amazon and made a little bit more money. The fees on it were really expensive. You're talking like $700 fees and whatnot. But honestly, who's going to get greedy at that point? I spent $154 for it. Selling it for $1,000 was amazing. Amazing. You know? So we did a good profit on that. JB69, have you had any luck getting Pokemon cards from these damn scalpers? You know, I have distributor accounts. But I was able to find, let me show you this. I was able to find this today in Walmart when I was there for the collection. Little Snorlax tin. And I'm not crazy about this set, but I did find an Elite Trainer box. I bought I bought like 4 of these. One for myself, and 3 to sell. Those boxes are going for $100 each. I paid, guess how much? $30. Most of my cards come from distributors. You know, I don't really go to Walmart looking for cards unless it happens to be there. Like when I'm doing like hustles and stuff, I'll look for cards in those areas, but I'm not like disappointed if I find them or not. You know what I mean? I just is what it is. You know what I mean? I got a ton of Champions pads here going. We got enough Pokemon cards here. Plus that new set's coming in June. You got June's only a month and a half away. I pre-ordered, we'll see if it comes, but I pre-ordered 30 booster boxes. 30 booster boxes. I pre-ordered 30 Elite Trainer boxes. I have some Rapidash battle boxes coming in. I have a ton of stuff. We're going to update the site as soon as it comes in. I just got 144 more blister packs of Steam Siege. Is there a preferred box size? Like, so like the mediums from Home Depot versus mediums from Walmart. They are different dimensions. Yes. Yeah. So the medium from Walmart, 16 by 16 by 17. The medium size from Home Depot is 22 by 15 by 16. So I personally like the Home Depot boxes better because they're longer, but they're skinnier. So a lot of the items, like sometimes they're longer. They don't fit in a 16 by 16, and I'll have to put it in a 22 by 18, the large boxes from Walmart, and then I'll have to make a Franken box, and it's a pain in the ass. So I do like I would just get a little bit of everything. Now, I would not go to a large box from Home Depot because then you're going to get hit with dimension surcharges. They're going to tag you a $25 fee per box. Do not ship large boxes from Home Depot. Large boxes from Walmart is okay because it's 22 inches. Okay, I believe it's anything over 22 or 23 inches long. They it's considered oversized, and the Amazon does not want that. I got nailed for a few $100s because I used Home Depot large boxes. Never again. Let me see. The Hillbilly Hipster. What up, Richie? What is up, Hillbilly? It's funny saying that. I think that's Simone. Simon or Simone? I think that's Simone because it got the E. Simone McCrae. Hey, Richie, I just got approved to sell on Amazon. Thank you so much for all your knowledge. Shout out York, Pennsylvania. Hey, that's what we do. I'm so glad that you got started. You got approved to sell on Amazon. That's dope. So now you're paving your way. You're paving your way for greatness, right? Be prepared to constantly be ripped off that road, right? Like emotionally. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna feel like you want to quit. You're gonna feel like you want to just give up. You're gonna feel like, is it worth it, right? Just this year, I got into this like funk for like a week straight, so like almost 2 weeks, and when things aren't going your way, you're used to things going great, and then when all of a sudden things don't go great, and it could be for shipping delays, it could be for anything, right? You start feeling like, man, how could I ever depend on this, right? And you just have to like not give up. You make it work. And that's what I did. And that's what you're going to do. And I know you're going to be great. So I'm glad you got started. It's good. MVME Media. Hey, man, your information is great. Hey, much love, much appreciation. Thank you for being here. Luisa Gaspar. Hola. Rokio. What does that say? Rokio Martinez. Hello from Victoriaville, Cali. How long you been doing this? So I've been reselling and hustling my whole life. You know what I mean? I've been doing the reselling with Amazon for about 3 years now. We're going on 4 years. It's been great. Amazon is not my only stream of income. I do wholesale. Well, I guess wholesale on Amazon is the same as retail arbitrage on Amazon, right? Still Amazon. Different structures to the business. I am gearing up to start my own brick and mortar business. in Florida. I am, what was I just going to say? YouTube, right? It's another stream of income. I wanted to get into affiliate links, but not quite sure if I want to go that route. I don't know if it's really for me. Luisa, como te va sup? Says JB69. Luke says back, yes sir, love doing it and it's fun and easy. Love it. Celestial says, Celestial, I'm just gonna call you C. I feel like Celestial is it's a pretty name, but to say Celestial all the time, it's like, you know, like in the galaxy, you know, Celestial. I'm gonna call you C. Celestial is gonna be C Money from now on. Do I use Inventory Labs? Says C. Do I use Inventory Labs? I do use Inventory Lab, but I don't use Inventory Lab, if that makes sense. So when I say that, like I do pay $50 to Inventory Lab every month, but I use it for Scoutify 2. So Scoutify 2 is that app that I always pull Keepa through that app, and I see like top 1%, top 2%, and it gives me a better idea. I use it for that. That comes free. Inventory Lab, I still use Seller Central to prep all my shipments. And then, but for the app, for me, it's worth the money. I like it for the money, you know. I saw somebody say they like my Hustle Street shirt. I get so many compliments on this shirt. This is actually a custom shirt. So this was something that I designed, and I had up on one of my websites. And I think we're gonna throw up the Hustle Street for some merch. It's a great shirt. I love it. I get compliments on it all the time. That's awesome. Just noticed you're at 23K. Yeah, man, we hit 23K a couple days ago. We're the 23K gang. Hustled for 40 years. The past 2 years I've been lazy, but I'm an OG. You know, you're from the Revere area. Yep. Christy Martelli, what? I made it to alive. Hey, Christy, thank you for being here. Nemo, it looks like it's spelled Nemo. N-E-M-O-H. Nemo 419, big holiday box of 18-pack Reese's Cups. $3.50. Hashtag Fat Kid Wins. I mean, I like that for myself. I don't know about reselling. That sounds good to eat. You know what I mean? I'm a big I love Reese's Pieces, but it's my favorite. Let me see. At the start, would you buy as much as you can? I mean, you always want to buy as much as you can, whether you start or whether you're a veteran. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Definitely buy as much as you can. Hey, Richie from Oakland, CA, a.k.a. Cali. Just ordered my supplies from FBA so I can start, says Janine. Awesome. I love that so many of you guys are starting FBA. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's even better if I've helped you in any way, whether it's motivating you or just showing you some. I just recorded a video yesterday, 10 things to pick up from Dollar Tree. So I wanted to show everybody who's just starting out 10 items that you can buy right now to start FBA from the Dollar Tree, where everything's $1. You know, keep it easy, keep it simple. You know, it doesn't have to be complicated. You know, and the purpose of the video was, if you spend $1, you have to be able to make $1 profit. So the gross proceeds have to be $2. You're spending $1, you're making back $2, right? So you're spending $1, making back your $1, plus you get an additional $1 profit. So I showed you 10 products. That's going to be coming out on Monday. Let's see. Just got ungated in Adidas Originals today, but I was thinking I will get ungated on all Adidas. So Lola and Rama, you can actually use that same invoice for Adidas. Same thing. You can use it. Find an Adidas product that you can't sell, request approval, and submit that same invoice that you submitted for Adidas Originals. Hassan says, hey, Dennis kid. Tamika Jacob says, logged in today on the comp and it says account terminated. That's no good. But it is still working on my phone. Ever happened to you? Absolutely not. I have no idea. Of course you sold the pool. The pool sold itself. Hashtag boss. Janine says she's been finding a lot of books for free that are very profitable. I mean, you can't get any better than that, right? A lot of times you can you can search for free books on Facebook Marketplace. I got $4,000. Should I start with that in the beginning? Invest at the start as much as possible to get your return back and to keep feeding the beast. Yeah, I mean, look, the idea is to definitely keep feeding the beast, but you want to make sure you're buying the right product. Okay, I can't stress that enough. What people, I think, have to understand is just because you buy a lot of product doesn't mean you're going to sell a lot of product. You want to buy quality product, no matter how expensive or how cheap. Buying a lot of products just means you spend a lot of money. It doesn't mean you make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily need $4,000. I started out with $8 books, $8. You just might have a leg up on everybody else. You know, not everybody has that money to start, but if you have that money to start and you do your research, God bless you, man. And you know what? You'll be off to a great start. I got a booster coming Monday. I got lucky and got it for $120. Curious, what booster box was it? Brian D'Souza says $150 for a pool. You sold it on Facebook and made $900 profit. $850. No taxes, no fees, straight cash, homie. Nice. Yep. Exactly. That was good. And I just lifted it from my garage. I didn't have to bring it anywhere. Let's see. I just saw something that said Hassan says, bro, new seller for 1 month. Found one item. Got all 50 units of the one item. $7K in sales in 3 weeks. 40% profit. All thanks to you, my G. Dinners all day long. Hassan, that's dope. That's amazing. Congratulations. In 1 month, you're able to find one product, 50 of them, and cash in. Now, when you take that money, reinvest that into your business and do it again. Wash, rinse, repeat. You'll be up there in no time. Yeah, I got hit with that $25 smack in the face. Yeah, they crushed me with that. Hey, Kimberly, welcome to the live hustle. Cassie Lou, I love watching your videos. Thank you for sharing. Get those dinners. Cassie, thank you. Very kind of you. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Thank you so much. Alfred Pisco, hooked on your videos. Just getting into the game with books, but found some Funko Pops in, I think that's supposed to say Care Bears, for $12 at Barnes & Noble, selling for $80 FBA. Winner chicken dinner. If you guys are part of the Hustleholics game, make sure you throw those dinners in the chat for Alfred and for Hassan. Finding those dinners. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw some dinners in the chat. That deserves some dinners, boy. That deserves some dinners. Let's see, where was I now? Yeah, and listen, if you guys are enjoying this live, we got 100 people on this live. A free way to support this channel and support your boys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. Smash that like button. It really help out. I appreciate that. Tyrone says, for the LED light bulbs, are you prepping them or Amazon? So I sent them in And I actually put, so they're plastic. There's no glass components. So technically it's not fragile because it's an LED. Those bulbs, it's a hard plastic. It's not glass. So I put no prep needed. I haven't seen any fees come up on my account. So that's the way I'm keeping it with the light bulbs. Rocio, I don't know if it's Rocio or Rockio says, yo, you are awesome. I appreciate that. Kimberly, thank you for the liking the Hustle Street. Faith Rivera says, hey, Richie, love your videos. Learning so much from you. Thank you. Thank you, Faith. Off the flip. What up, Richie? What's your take on bundles? I mean, I like bundling. I think bundling can be very profitable. I think if you have replenishables and you have a couple of good items that are related, bundles are great. You know, you might have to create your own listing with a bundle. People, what they've been doing and getting a premium for, they've been combining a $15 Funko Pop with a $2, 0.5 millimeter protector case and selling it for $30. I like bundling. Dollar Tree, I like bundling a lot of that stuff. Literally packing Dollar Tree books right now. Awesome. Let's see. Damn, levers from Dollar Tree tanked. Why people sell below the... Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Carlos Spivey, what up? Polybag sizes or tips? I pay Amazon to do all that. I don't do any of that. I don't polybag. I don't sticker anymore. I literally pay Amazon to do everything. Now, it's not always going to be like that. Once I get a warehouse and I hire an associate or a person or whatever you want to call it, once I hire a person, then I pay them to prep it, and I don't have to pay Amazon anymore. But right now, my time is very valuable. Trying to create YouTube videos, editing videos, getting lives ready, going out hustling, being a daddy, husband. There's a lot of work that goes into this, and right now it's the cost of that can get expensive, but quite frankly, it's worth it to me right now. So I have Amazon do all that. Oh, where did I leave off? Congrats to Nick B. Just got his Amazon sellers account. Congratulations, Nick. Where do you get invoices to get ungated? You could search distributors for certain product types or brands or whatnot. They're out there. Just a Google search. Just any distributor that sells wholesale will be able to, any invoice from those distributors should be able to get you ungated. Ryan dropping dinners. Depend on what you're selling it. Yep. Yo, I've been finding free books too. It's crazy. Yeah, I love free books on Facebook, especially Facebook. Jack McFarland says, if I scan a book and it says I can sell that book as new, or do I have to assume I am not a distributor of books? We'll have the chat answer that. I can't talk about books anymore because there's too, my opinion differentiates from too many other people, so I don't talk about books anymore. I just do what I can do, and all I'm going to tell you is if your books are clean, everything checks out and everything looks good, you know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You think the book is used, list it as used. If you think the book is new, do what you got to do. Larg says, question, I have noticed when you first scan an item, it shows 10 profit with FBA, but when I actually click onto it, there's an additional fee, and I'll end up only... That doesn't make sense. What do you mean? You have to elaborate, because I'm not sure where you're finding that. Just bought 2 pallets of books from the local school district, $100. Gonna make my kids unload it all. iClaw machine in the house. Rocky Graciano says, I'm restricted from a whole lot of products, bro, especially cosmetics. What's the fastest way to get ungated? Invoice. Find a cosmetics distributor. Just do a Google search, Google cosmetics distributors. Hello from sunny Seattle. Oh, now I know you're lying. No, there's no sun in Seattle. Come on. I found a bunch of Pokemon. I beasted with sales on. Yeah, man. It's crazy. How many Walmarts did you hit up this week? It wasn't much. I think I hit up 7. Normally I hit up a bunch a day, but I think I only hit 7 Walmarts this week. Probably because I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to prep everything for next week. But do I need to get an LLC in business name? I mean, you can have a sole prop. You don't necessarily need an LLC. What is my favorite item to sell? What is my favorite item to sell? Says Christy Martelli. Honestly, anything that I can replenish. I love replenishables. I mean, I used to love selling toys, but they killing us with that like that lab testing thing or whatever the hell Amazon's doing. So I like packing things that are small and light. To tell you the truth, but I like packing anything that's going to or could be a replenishable. Because a replenishable, you just order it, pack it. It's like wash, rinse, repeat again. It's awesome. No apple juice tonight. I gotta wake up at 3 a.m. I hit like as soon as I join. Thank you so much, Angela. If you guys are just joining now, make sure you hit that like button, smash that thumbs up. Let's see if we can get that thumbs up to 100. That would be awesome. Rich, do you wait in the morning for cards? No. Nope, I do not wait in line at Walmart ever for cards. Yeah, that's true, Colby. Tony says if I want to personally say yes. Yep. Well, sometimes IG puts it in the request folder, and sometimes I mean, if you want if you want to make sure I get it, you can email is in the description. Shoot me an email if you want. Salty Army in the house. Got 9 $7 heaters last week. I just picked up 11 today. Sold 3 at once. Almost doubled my money back already. That is awesome, Nathan. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. No. Chicken lunch. Hold on. Winner, winner. Chicken lunch. That's how we say it in New York. After you have a bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Winner, chicken dinner. I can easily find products to sell and make the same profit quicker. I walked out of a few Walmart empty-handed this week. Yeah, it happens. That video I just put out, I walked out with 0. That's what happens. Yeah, I thought you had to have an LLC. No, you could do a sole prop. Use your social as the EIN. You don't need an LLC. An LLC is a good look business-wise, but you can start with a sole prop. I started with a sole prop for about my first 6 to 8 months, and then I realized I wanted to do this for real. Got an LLC. I'm yawning so much. And then I got an LLC. Christy says she just sent off her first order. So excited. Thank you. I've been researching like a mug. You have to research, folks. Yeah, research is so important. Christy, congrats. Sending off a lot of people sending off their first orders. I love hearing that. That's amazing. Every time I'm out scanning books and I find a good one, I say, that's a dinner. Yo, it's addicting, right? I love it. Found a dinner. Love it. I found 4 of the orange NutriBullets for $24.95. Hell yeah. I did the same thing today, 4 of them. 25 bucks all day. Do you know if Amazon is requiring lab testing on items when you have invoice from suppliers? You know, that I don't know. I don't even know why. I've never heard about these lab testings. Something, I don't know, something's not right. It just doesn't make sense. Lab testing? On friggin' Pokemon cards and toys? What? Brian says, wait in line at Walmart for cards. I can walk by the jamokes waiting in line, source, and walk out with more profit in less time. Yeah, true. I found 4 Mario Kart orange Shy Guys in 1 Walmart. Dinners. Says Mr. Chubba. You will love Florida. You will kill it. Go get it. I'm heading down Fort Lauderdale area. Hell yeah. Are you part of a leads group like West Coast Goods? If not, are you thinking about starting one? If you join Hustleholics Premium on YouTube, I do post 98% of what I'm buying. And that includes the picture of the product, what I paid for it in the store that I went to, and the barcode. So we do that now. All you gotta do is click the join button in this video. It looks like when I'm looking, if you look under the video where you have thumbs up, thumbs down, share, save, right under that you have join, analytics, and edit video. If you click join and you join the premium membership, in the community tab of my channel, you and only the Hustleholics Premium members get access to what I'm buying and sending into Amazon. Yeah, we might have to drop these shirts. Those air fryers are getting harder to find. So listen to this. I was in a Walmart and they had 12 of those 7-quart air fryers. And they were not on sale yet. So I'm keeping my eye on them. Because if they go down to 39, I'm going to have to buy them all. I'm going to buy them all. Ah, man. Brian says, Richie, New Hampshire lifting the mask mandate as of today. I'm going to make a trip there to remember what freedom is like while I source tax-free. Absolutely. You know, Massachusetts is going to be the last in line because we're the worst state in the friggin' country. Right behind, as far as regulations and rules and all that crap, right behind California. I think California, love my people from California, but I think their rules and reasoning is probably the worst in the country. Then Massachusetts is probably number 2. Big reason why I'm moving down to Florida, because I need to be around like-minded people, if you know what I mean. Karen Sosa says, thank you for your help. I was able to score 10 of the $20 record players. Woo! Selling for $45 to $70 each. Hell yeah, Karen. I found several deals at Walmart, yet never in the clearance section. It's crazy, right? A lot of the stuff that I find isn't even in the clearance aisle. It's in the regular aisles. Or Walmart's not even putting them in clearance aisles anymore. They're just marking the clearance in the aisle, you know? That's about to change, though. Walmart's getting ready. They're going through a transition. Every year it happens. This is not a busy time for resellers. It's normal to not find certain deals and have, you know, I think the time of the slowdown really starts from March through July. The summertime, it'll pick up a little bit, but people are vacationing, whatever. So you got March, April, May, June, July. Those 5 months, I think, tend to be the slowest, but picking up a little bit more each month as we get closer to Q4. Obviously being the busiest. October, November, December being the busiest, but September's great. August, I think, is great. And July is not bad, and I think June's okay too. But March, April, May are pretty slow, And that's when you have to use your brain to really think of what you're gonna sell. It's important because times of the year you're gonna have to adjust. Mine was in the regular aisle. Yep, see, at Lowe's. Yeah. Lowe's has been crazy too, marking down clearance, but not necessarily putting it in the clearance section. Brian says, enjoy your Florida trip. I got to go get these MF orders ready. Now, that could be merchant fulfilled, or he could be cursing. Orders ready to ship out tomorrow. Salute. Brian, salute. Good luck. Thank you. You're going to catch me on a live. We're doing things different. When I'm in Florida, I think every time I'm outsourcing, I might go live. I just might go live every single time. Might as well, right? NY is bad. Actually, you know what? I think, I forgot about that. I don't really watch the news too much, so I don't hear much about New York. But it might go California, New York, Massachusetts, or it might go California, Massachusetts, New York. Another place I would never move to. New York. Not for me. At one point, me and the family, we considered moving to Texas. I've never been to Texas. I don't know the first thing about Texas. So I just know their food and their barbecue looks amazing. Are you selling any of your graded comics? So, I do have a ton of graded comics that are coming in. They will be listed for sale soon, some of them. I started so the name of my brick and mortar comics and collectible store, I've already trademarked it, and I've already got the domain and everything. It's going to be called The Comic Complex. The Comic Complex, I already have a Macari store set up for it. I'm going to be sharing that link. My items are going to be available on Macari at first while we get the website up and running. It's going to be comic books, graded cards, graded comics. We're going to be doing, I have an account with Diamond, so I'm going to be getting new comics on New Comic Day. We're going to be selling new comics. You can set up subscription services. There's so much in the works that I have planned. So stay tuned for that. Oh, Chrissy's in Texas. Okay. Audrey says, what up? Or, hi, Richie. Question. When you send in car seats or playpens, how do you send those to Amazon? Just slap a shipping label on the side of the manufacturer box? So I'm assuming you're talking about full-size car seats, not like the car seat bases. If you're talking about the full-size car seats, yes, I don't put a box inside a box. I would put a shipping label right on the manufacturer box. What I do though is I reinforce it with more tape on each side to make sure nothing's going to happen to it. Some boxes, if it's not that big, I'll take apart a cardboard box and I'll box it up anyways. But I've seen some the Nautilus 65, the Graco Nautilus 65 I got for $35 at Walmart. That was a pretty big box. I just put a label right on the box, shipped it right in. No, I didn't. I sold that locally. There was something else that I shipped off that was baby. Like if I bought any of those strollers, baby strollers, retape everything, make sure it's nice and tight, and I would slap a label right on it. Whether I was sending it to Amazon or whether I was sending it directly to the customer. Hold on one second. Is she okay? She's good? Okay. All right. Let's see. But if you can only buy food. Do you have a water for her? Best way to ungate Polo Ralph Lauren. I don't know. I got auto ungated in Polo Ralph Lauren. Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour I actually got auto ungated too. Nike and Adidas I sent in invoices. For smaller booster seats, you put them inside a different box to Amazon. Yeah, so like the booster seat bases, I was able to fit those in the Walmart large box and send those in. If it'll fit in a large Walmart box, even if it's just one, then I'll put it in a box. If it's not going to fit in the large box, then I'll probably just slap a label on it. When you have access to not only the US on Amazon, we have to ship out we have to ship out of the States. Wait, when you have access to not only the US on Amazon, I think that's supposed to say, do we have to ship out of the States? So, if you are going to sell in the UK, you do have to send your inventory to the UK. Same thing with the UAE, all that good stuff. If you sell to Canada or Mexico, Amazon has a program called the NARF program. I might be messing that up. It's called the NARF program, and it allows you to sell to Canada and Mexico using your US inventory. So this program is free to sign up. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. And all you do is sign up, and you'll start getting Canada and Mexico sales ordering from your US warehouse locations. Let me see if I can get the link. NARF program. What is NARF? NARF program, general selling questions. Okay, so on this, let me see if anybody drops the link. Remote fulfillment with FBA. So you want to click on, where is NARF? Give me 1 second, guys. I have to find the link. Hold on 1 second. Enroll. Okay. I'm just going to put a help link and then remote fulfillment with FBA. I can't find it. If you type in like the NARF program for Amazon, you should be able to find it. Audrey, thank you so much. So glad you were able to make the live, and happy to answer any question. Four Oaks says, my son and daughter-in-law lives in Florida. I can't take the heat. I'll tell you, man. I'll take the heat over the cold, bitter snow and rainy days and miserable weather here any day. At least if I'm inside, if it's hot, if it's air conditioned, right? At least if I'm inside, the sun's going to be shining. It's miserable here in New England. No problem, Christy. So you have to send Mex and Canada to different FCs, or does it auto-populate an FC transfer for you? So I don't do anything different. I send all my inventory to the U.S. fulfillment centers, and if somebody in Mexico and Canada orders my product, they send it to them from that whatever that warehouse is. They pay in their currency. It's converted for me, and I get paid separately, but I can request it than my U.S. Money. When you buy white sandal slides or gym shoes, do you want them pristine white on the bottom I saw some Puma slides, all white, that you could tell people were trying on the store. I passed to be safe. I mean, if it's like a little, like sometimes I know what you mean. They have like the little residue at the bottom. I mean, if they're brand new, you know what I mean. You could always bring them home, clean them up. Maybe take a paper towel, wipe it down real quick, throw it in the box. If the profit's gonna make you work a little bit more for it, and it's good profit. Why not? But I know what you're saying though. You don't want a customer to think a shoe is worn, even though you know it's just from trying it on in the store. So as long as the shoe is like a new shoe, it's really only dirty on the like lightly dirty, something that you think could be cleaned real quick. Much appreciated, Christy. Thank you so much. So let's see. So yeah, so I'm actually gonna be going to bed super early tonight. I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. because I am driving, and I'm gonna be stopping in North Carolina for the night, and then Florida Sunday morning. Let me see. Thanks so much, Audrey. So, if you guys are into Pokemon, right, check this out. Just because I love this stuff, okay? Shining Fates, my absolute favorite set. I got this portfolio, right? Because I plan to get every single card in this set. But man, I'm telling you right now, it is a hard set to get. Hey, look, your boy's a little geek at heart. You know what I mean? It's like my only fun time. You know what I mean? I have to have something to enjoy. I've enjoyed collecting cards and comics since I was a kid. Now I look at them differently, obviously, because I'm looking to make money. But I'm also looking to keep them in pristine condition. And a lot of it, I've actually debated even sending in my commons and uncommon cards and keeping them, because I'm going to need inventory when I open up my comics card and collectible store. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Got these in the mail the other day from Big Apple Collectibles. Don't ever shop Big Apple Collectibles. These things came out a while ago, and I just got them in the other day. They're the worst. My sister lives in North Carolina. She says it's amazing. Yeah, North Carolina is an amazing place. With the whole fam, we're going down because we're looking at 3-bedroom apartments. We're going to sell the house and do a short-term rental. So we're going to rent a 3-bedroom apartment because the market in Florida is crazy right now. Nobody in Florida is going to wait for us to sell the house. And then a condition is to wait till we sell the house to buy another house. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get down there, rent, take the proceeds from the house, put it in the bank. That way, when we see a house we like, we're just ready to write the check. Boom, boom, boom. We want the house. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Hey, we got the flipping accountant. Good evening, everyone. What is up? TFA, welcome. Love. Yeah, man. The flipping accountant in the building. So we were just talking about, Florida making moves, and I think I want to get a warehouse when I get down there. Diana says, "Hey Richie, hope you have a safe trip down south. I'm in South Carolina, so you'll be driving right by me." Oh, I love South Carolina. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The Florida market was crazy 2 years ago. We had to buy my son's house with cash so they could get it. You know what's funny is, so I actually was talking about this with... Gabby, you okay? Gabby. My 1-year-old's in her playpen watching her shows, and my wife is upstairs giving my 6-year-old a shower, or my 6-year-old's in the shower, whatever they're doing upstairs. I think they're out. I think they're getting changed now or something. But Gabby's down here. It's funny because my 1-year-old talks a lot more than my 6-year-old talked when my 6-year-old was 1, Valentina. That's crazy to say I have a 6-year-old. You know what I mean? I forgot where I was going with that. Because I started to think of something and then Gabby started crying and I'm like, wait a second. I can't remember. My brain, I'm in FL mode right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to get candles and home warmers. Not much ass up with you, sir. Hey, listen, we're just talking Pokemon reselling, Walmart profits, some finds that we picked up today. That we don't wait in line for Pokemon cards and distributor accounts, and everybody's asking really great questions. Store and warehouse prices are super high, even with so many places empty here in Florida. You know what's funny? I don't know what super high is for Florida. I wanna get your opinion, right? So many places empty, super high. What is R1J1 list? What is Jules? What is a super high price? For instance, for like a 12 or 1,000 squat. I cannot talk. What is a super high price for a warehouse in Florida? For like 1,000 square feet or like 1,200 square feet. I'll tell you why. When I tell people where I want to move, they always say, "Oh, taxes are so high there. Taxes are so high." And it's like, do you not know where I come from? I come from probably one of the highest state taxed places besides New York and California. Massachusetts is crazy, taxing everything. You know what I mean? So I already know what high taxes are like. While most of the country doesn't have high taxes. So we're gonna buy, but we're gonna get down there and rent first. That way we're there, and I have no contingency. Taxachusetts is right. That's why it's got its name, Taxachusetts. So we're looking down in Palm Beach County. What do you pay per item to have Amazon do labeling? Do you put items in poly bags, or is that a charge you pay as well? Yeah, so Morgana, I pay Amazon to do everything. Polybag, label, everything. And it's only because I have so much, my time is so valuable to me. You know what I mean? Like there's only so many hours in a day where I'm editing videos or I'm filming videos or I'm trying to organize my collection or I'm trying to pack orders or I'm trying to go outsourcing. So anyone starting out, I can't stress it enough. I would not pay Amazon at all. You need to do it yourself. You need all the capital you could get when you first start. But me, I've been doing it for a while, and with different streams of income, I pay Amazon to do all the prep work and the labeling. I think the labeling is 30 cents a label or 10 cents a label. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. Audrey says, "Hey Richie, when do you do when you do clothing or bras, do you add an FN SKU on top of the manufacturers tab, and do you expect Amazon to add another on the poly bag since they package for you?" So when you put a piece of clothing in the poly bag, Amazon says that you should be putting the label on the outside of the poly bag. So I just pay Amazon to do both. You know, I have Amazon take care of it. And I think usually what they'll do is they'll usually put it on the poly bag. Do you have a store named Roses? Go there if you can. Okay. Florida has no state income tax, I believe, right? I know. It's a great thing. You hire employees, you don't have to pay income tax. How many times a week do you look at sales? Port of Stillwater. Do you mean like how many times do I look at my Amazon sales? Or do you mean like, are you talking about like my Amazon sales? How many times do I look at it? Like, do I refresh it? Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I'm a nutcase, and I'm absolutely crazy. It depends if I'm having a great day, once every 20 minutes, once every 30 minutes. If I'm having a bad day, once every 10 minutes. Like I haven't. The only time I won't scroll is when I'm doing a live, but I'll literally refresh every 10 15 minutes. I'm just it's just I'm crazy like that. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I just got a notification about a special comic book. One second. See, I get the jump on these deals. These books come, and I need to order it right now. Hold on, 2 books. Yeah, unsigned. Boom. It's a exclusive. It's a Spider-Man #1. J. Scott Campbell. He's one of my favorite artists, J. Scott Campbell. So I really love J. Scott Campbell. So give me 1 second. Log in. Let me just log in real quick. See, sometimes when it comes unpredictable, you gotta like jump on this. So I know it's on a live, but we're just gonna continue as guest. I don't want it to sell out. His artwork sells out really, really, really quick. You guys, comic book collectors? Any of you guys like comic books? I was really into Funko Pops for a long time, and honestly, I stopped. I not stopped. I kind of slowed down comic books just because. I mean, Funko Pops. I can't even talk because I'm trying to do something. PayPal. Blah blah blah. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, look, when the collectibles call, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pull the trigger. If I don't pull the trigger now, they'll be sold out, and I'll be so salted because he's one of my favorite artists. So my absolute favorite artist, comic book artist, is Todd McFarlane. That's my boy, Spawn. But besides that, J. Scott Campbell is probably like my second best. Guys, sorry for my kid in the background. All right, moving to kids, right? So yeah, so I do these in my dining room. I don't have a streaming place, not yet, anyways. But that's one of the things I'm gonna make sure in Florida, whether I'm renting. Obviously, when we buy, I'll be able to make a streaming studio. I was gonna I was gonna set up the downstairs basement, and I was gonna finish it, but I yeah, it does sound like bedtime. It does sound like bedtime. Yeah, I was gonna finish the basement here. We were gonna finish the basement. And I was gonna set up like a my own streaming studio and stuff like that. But then we decided to move, so the streaming studio will have to wait till Florida. So as of right now, I stream in my dining room when I'm home. Otherwise, I'll be in my kitchen, or I don't want to be in the living room. It's really supposed to be my quiet place, but in a house of 4 people, I don't think we ever get quietness. If you have a family of 4 or 3 or even 2, and you know that sometimes it's just not quiet in the house. So let's see. What's going on with Where's Waldo 1987 first edition? I don't know. What's going on with it? His name. Never apologize for kids. Yeah, I know. And she usually doesn't. She usually is pretty good. You know, she usually doesn't cry. She might have just been cranky. Let's see. Storage books is storage for books expensive? My books are not selling. Says April. Um, Not really. Not really. You can check that out under reports. You can see like what the fees would be. It's all weight based, you know. So, you know, for a book, it won't be that expensive. But if you have like, you know, hundreds of books that aren't selling, well, then you take a little bit of that and then it becomes a bigger expense, right? Let's see. Yeah. But at least that'll be one of the good things when you know when I finally have my own streaming studio, and I'm able to be in my own room and you know not have anybody around there, right? I can actually be louder than what I am now. I'm actually when I do these lives, I'm actually pretty tame. I'm actually a pretty wild person. Like I'm very loud and I'm animated, and sometimes I get over passionate about some things, and I like you know sometimes if the kids are upstairs, if I do like a late stream, like an 8 o'clock stream, right, and it's like 9 o'clock, and I want to be loud, but I can't be that loud because you know kids are sleeping upstairs or whatnot. Um, it's gonna be crazy when I have my own streaming studio. It's just gonna be nuts. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get when you're live. Ain't that the truth? That's right. Saying hey from Birmingham. I was gonna say Birmingham, but it says Binghamton. What up? Appreciate you being here, Philip. Amy Copeland. Did I miss your shipping video, or are you still planning to do one? You know, I am gonna do one. I just there's just so much going on. It's I don't know. I might do one. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I could do a small. I might just do like a screen record type video where I can show you exactly what I'm looking for when I do shipping. You know. Put the potato heads away for 10 years. Wow. What the original potato heads? Tactical Z, are you buying mini heaters for 250? No, no, I passed on them. I passed on them. There's no sales rank. I mean, they might be good sales for eBay, but I don't sell on eBay, and I'm not trying to buy any products right now that I have to store in my garage or something like that because I'm gonna be moving, so I have to kind of consolidate a lot. So I'm really just looking to ship out with Amazon. Are you flipping the new Kong and Godzilla figures? Honestly, I'm not even looking for them. Maybe I should be, but I heard they're bringing in some good money, but I haven't come across it. I haven't gone out to actively look for it. You need a bold, heavy chain necklace with a fake gold round. Hey, don't make me break the rings out. I got the gold nugget ring with the pinky ring. The heater with no ring, no sale. Yeah, I don't mess with that. Well, guys, look, we've been on here for a little over an hour. I'm gonna head out because I am going to put my oldest daughter to bed, and then I'm gonna hit the sack in like an hour or two. I'm gonna go to bed too because I have to wake up at 3 a.m. Maybe I'll go live when I'm driving down to Florida. That'll be kind of cool. We'll see. Guys, thank you for joining us this Friday Night Hustle. I'm so glad you guys asked a lot of questions. I appreciate all the kind words, the love, the support. Make sure that you like. If you want to share this live out, if you found this information valuable that somebody else might be able to use, share it out. Definitely subscribe. If you're watching this live and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you'd like to know exactly what I'm purchasing for RA and what I'm finding in some of these stores, definitely join the Hustleholics gang. And there are two different tiers. One is to be a part of the Hustleholics gang. Then you have the Hustleholics gang Premium, which has those uploads in the community tab. Guys, I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next Florida Hustle. Peace out.